Dawn Morgan. I'm TJ Miracle, giving you the starting lineups for this one as we get ready to get underway. For the visiting Wildcats, leading off and playing second will be Diego Brito, batting second, and playing at shortstop will be Luis Garcia. Hitting third is the third baseman, Damian Ortiz. In the cleanup spot, first baseman Jordy Tavera. Batting fifth and catching, Victor Tejeda. Hitting sixth, playing center field will be Gilbert Sanchez. Batting seventh, today's pitcher, Jonathan Aceves. Batting eighth, playing left field, Ryan Marquez. And batting in the ninth slot and playing in right field will be Nick Parra. Turning the page for the home team, Eunice Cardinals. Leading off and playing second base will be Hayden Dean. Batting second, playing third, Jorge Ontiveros. Batting third and catching today, Conager Pierce, who got the win against Lovington a couple of weeks ago. Batting in the cleanup spot is the first baseman Garrett Tucker. Hitting fifth, playing shortstop will be Chance Tucker. Batting sixth is today's pitcher for Eunice, Zeke Benton. Batting seventh is the right fielder Marcus Tercero. Batting eighth is the the center fielder Gio Chacon. And batting ninth is the left fielder Sean Stinson. For the Cats, they come in at 1-5. Have had a pretty tough season thus far with Coach Deck. Of course, with COVID and everything, a lot of things, a little bit different this season. Eunice, of course, under longtime Coach Reynolds, they come in at 6-1. Had a couple of games yesterday and just absolutely blew out Jal in another Lee County matchup. Dawn Morgan.
Yes, and so on paper, there's certainly a very lopsided game. Lovington with a tough season. They're a young team, and they have had their troubles coming in. Eunice, a powerful program, former state champions, and not many years out of that. Their last one, as a matter of fact. So they've still got a very solid team, and they're looking to dust everything off and get ready for the district grind and try to, of course, get back to that state championship forum that they're famous for. So we should see a good game today. Let's hope that Lovington will kind of put some of their experiences to good use over the last couple of weeks and come in sharp and ready to play this one. Always a pleasure to be here in Eunice. This field is outstanding, and it's in just terrific shape, of course, and beautiful facilities. So it's a pleasure to be here and calling a game. And it's a sunny, hot, breezy afternoon that we've got for it.
But it is not hot for us.
No.
I love the air conditioning. I have always appreciated that since they did the remodel here at Cardinal Field a number of years ago. For Eunice, they'll be in the home whites with the red pinstripes and the red letters and numbers. For Lovington, they will be in the road blues, the blue tops, the white pants with the white letters and numbers. As go ahead and set up the Eunice defense for you. It is Benton on the hill taking his warm-up tosses. Pierce is his battery mate. Infield first to third will be Tucker Dean, Tucker, and Ontiveros. Your outfield from left to right will be Stinson, Chacon, and Tercero. I believe we're only going to have one umpire for this afternoon's affair. Looks like to be actually calling balls and strikes as they will call from out of the field, and I guess that'll be the case today.
Well, and that kind of is a side story, of its own, the fact that the NMAA has been desperate for officials, as last year certainly took its toll with no sports and all of those trained officials, who had been working full or part-time, had no income, and a lot of them drifted on to other things and have not come back this year to do the officiating. So it has been a little tough finding enough officials sometimes, and especially with three-person crews necessary for baseball, and you can get by with one or two. That's what they're doing.
And it certainly is, as Diego Brito will step in, and we are ready to go as Brito will settle into the right side box, and Benton kicks and fires, and it's up high for ball one. So a 1-ball, no strike count. We are underway on this Tuesday afternoon. Of course, 4:30 start times sometimes have a little to do with the officials, too. As Benton will set, gets the sign, and the 1-0 pitch. That one will be outside for ball two. So quickly, Brito up in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Outfield playing fairly deep. Infield, their normal positions. As the 2-0 delivery on the way, and that one will be up and in for ball three. So now it'll be interesting to see if Coach Deck lets Brito, who's one of his more consistent hitters, if he gives him the green light or if he gives him the take sign. And the 3-0 pitch, and waiting, and okay, I guess it was strike one. I didn't see the official call it, but it'll be a 3-ball and 1 strike count. So Brito opens the stance a little bit. as Benton takes the deep breath and kicks and fires, and the 3-1 swung on, and that one will be hit into deep center field. Going back is the center fielder Chacon, and at the track makes the grab for out number 1. So Diego gave it a ride but comes up short, and there is one away. The wind is blowing left to right here this afternoon, and maybe at times when it shifts it'll blow out, but really it's more across the field than anything.
Probably just going to shift the ball a little bit like that. We saw a little bit of drift from dead center over to right center for that long fly.
One down as Pierce sets up outside, and Garcia steps in, and he'll take the first pitch high at eyeball level for ball 1. So a 1-ball, no strike count as Luis Garcia, the hitter, the shortstop for the Cats. The lefty, slightly open stance as Benton kicks and fires. That fastball will be up and away for ball 2. So it is a 2-ball, no strike count. There is one down. We are just underway here in the top of the first inning. Zeke Benton on the hill for the Eunice Cardinals. As Pierce down, given the sign and the pitch, and that one will be a fastball. And that one is going to be inside corner, called strike 1. So a 2-ball, 1-strike count. So the 2-ball, 1-strike count. Benton, a fairly quick worker. Sets at the belt, now delivers the 2-1 pitch swung on. It'll be a chop shot foul down the first baseline and evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Damian Ortiz waits on deck for the Cats. Of course, the Cats will open district on Saturday, so their final pre-district tune-up here today at Cardinal Field on the 2-2 pitch, and that one a breaking ball, and it is in there, called strike 3. And there are 2 down now for the Cats as Garcia goes down looking for out number 2. So that'll bring the cleanup hitter, rather the number 3 hitter, Damian Ortiz, to the plate. Ortiz, third baseman for the big open stance. Sets up right at the back of the right side. Box toes right on the front, and the first pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. Oh, it's a 1-ball, no strike count. As Ortiz settles back in, Pierce sets up outside and the 1-0 pitch, and that one's going to be up and in, ball 2. So it is a 2-ball, no strike count. And the 2-ball, no strike count as Benton takes the deep breath, slows down just a little bit, and the 2-0 pitch, and that breaking ball swung on, and that is heading over towards the school for strike 1.
It was kind of a half-hearted swing at that. He really just kind of turned his wrists and hit the ball with the top of the bat, kind of a half a swing. Yeah, and made his decision to move on that ball really late.
Conacher sets up inside in the 2-1 pitch to Diego, and that one is going to be just high for ball 3. So a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Benton at 13, make that 14 pitches here through the first inning. He's had at least 2 balls to every one of the batters. The wind gust up just a little bit. 3-1 pitch on the way. Whoa, up and in. And that will be, I guess that'll be ball 3. I guess one of the ones before was a strike. So we've got a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch, and that one is going to be on the inside corner. Called strike 3 as Ortiz goes, what are you talking about, Blue? But 2 strikeouts in the inning for Zeke Benton, and the Cats go 1-2-3. We've played a half inning here in Eunice. Lovington 0. Eunice coming to bat. This is the Wildcats and the Cardinals from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
In the top of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. It is scoreless, and with the call, Lovington Eunice baseball. Here is TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan. Hayden Dean will lead it off for the Cardinals. He'll be followed by Jorge Ontiveros and Conacher Pierce. That's the top three in Coach Reynolds' lineup. Let's go ahead and set the Lovington defense for you. It's Aceves. On the bump today, Tejeda is his battery mate, Tavera, Brito, Garcia, and Ortiz, first to third. Marquez, Sanchez, and Pata left to right in the outfield. So, of course, when these two teams met a couple of weeks ago in Lovington, Eunice jumped out to the early 4-0 lead, and it was just too much for Lovington to ever really come back for. I think one of the keys for the Cats today is to not let Eunice just get out on top of them, 3-4 runs early.
Right, they're going to try to control, I guess, minimize base runners and just try to get out of this inning and back into bat, because they let themselves get into a hole. It's going to be tough for them to dig back out of that.
And so the warm-up tosses are done as the throw down to second. That one kind of slipped on Tejeda a little bit, looks like. But, hey, we're ready to go as Hayden Dean, the second baseman for Eunice, will step to the dish for the Cards this afternoon with Jonathan Aceves on the hill as Tejeda will set up, as Aceves will take his time. Now he's ready to go. He'll set at the belt, waggles the glove, and he comes to the plate. First pitch, fastball swung on and fouled back into the screen for strike one.
Well, a pretty good pitch and a good cut for the first ball for Aceves to be throwing out there.
And so with a no ball, one strike count, Dean settles back in the neutral stance. Tejeda sets up on the inside. Outfield playing fairly deep. Sanchez over towards left center, and the fastball runs inside and evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Aceves on the hill. Outfield playing about 2/3 of the way back. Ball may sail a little this afternoon, and the 1-1 pitch swung on, and that one's heading to the parking lot. And that'll make it a 1 ball and 2 strike count. So the 1 ball, 2 strike count.
Dean, leadoff hitter, he stands pretty close to the plate, and then all the way at the back of the box. His foot is basically on the back line next to the catcher.
Yes, it is. So it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Jonathan looks in, gets the sign from Tejeda, deals the 1-2 pitch swung on. That's a chop shot foul down the third baseline. And so the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Of course, Dean going to be in plate protection mode. But the Cardinals hitters usually pretty aggressive under Coach Reynolds. Don't expect anything different. It's what we've seen for a number of years. It's what we saw a couple of weeks ago. Actually, it was just last week, wasn't it?
It was.
That time sometimes gets away from us, doesn't it?
We've had several baseball and softball games between then and now.
Seven sets about picks the fire. Popped up. And shot and coming over and caught everybody off his Ortiz and popped to the third baseman for number 1. So there's 1 down here in this bottom of the first inning. No scores. Jorge Ontiveros will step in pretty good there for no end. So that'll keep Ontiveros just moving station to station. So a single right back up the slot on the ground. And now there's 2 on with just 1 out. And the cleanup hitter, Garrett Tucker, to the plate. When we played back at our place, Tucker, I think, had a triple in that ball game and a couple of runs scored. So the cleanup hitter, first baseman for Eunice. We will have a pinch runner come into the game. As that'll be
number 20, that is Sammy Monsalve.
So Monsalve on to courtesy run for Conacher Pierce, the catcher. Of course, catcher and pitcher can have courtesy runners in for him. So 1 down and 2 on for Eunice as they threaten here early in this first inning. Ontiveros at second, Monsalve at first. And so it'll be Tucker and a pickoff attempt, and coming over is Brito to grab it, but sliding back in safely is Ontiveros. Maybe got just a little bit excited there.
In that last Lovington baseball game, we saw several times the pitcher turning around and would have thrown, but nobody was ever covering. The second baseman and shortstop never covering to be able to take that throw. So it was kind of a surprise to see that throw and somebody there.
As the wind and the first pitch to Garrett Tucker will be a fastball that's going to miss Yeah, it's going to hit the inside corner
Ooh.
for called strike one. Kind of a delayed call there. So 2 on, 1 out. Tucker at the plate. Open stance from the right side box. Runners both getting leads. Or Ontiveros is pretty good. He's to the edge of the cutout over at second. As Aceves will set, gets the sign from Tejeda in the 0-1 pitch, and that one will be low and away. And it'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. A 1 ball, 1 strike count. 2 on for Eunice, threatening here in the first. Lovington nothing more. Ball on the ground, turn a double play. And so Aceves gets the sign, delivers the 1-1 pitch, breaking ball. That one's going to be up and in. Ball 2. A 2 ball, 1 strike count to Tucker at the plate. Aceves can't nibble really.
No, he's
On deck. Of course, Lee County Battle here this afternoon. Great to have you with us wherever you are on HobbsAmerica.com or the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Tejeda sets up on the outside corner, and Aceves deals the 2-2 pitch, and that one is going to be low for ball 3, and so Tucker works the count full. With 3 ball, 2 strike count. Aceves does not want to lose Tucker. And so settling down is Aceves. Sometimes takes him about a half inning to get warmed up. And the wind and the payoff pitch, curveball swung on, hit high in the air to shallow left field, but that one is going to curl foul. Diving out to get that one was Ortiz. Missed it by about 1.5 feet. And so we'll reset and do a full count again. So the 3 ball, 2 strike count. Runner at first is Monsalve, courtesy running for Pierce. Runner at second is Ontiveros. 3-2 count to Tucker. 1 down for Eunice here in their half of the second. And so it's a 3 ball, 2 strike count. Aceves will check on the runners now. He'll kick and pitch. The payoff pitch swung on, and that one will be popped up over on the right side of the infield. Brito will come over and make the grab for out number 2. So a couple of pop-outs around a couple of singles, and there are 2 down here in this bottom of the first inning as Chance Tucker, the shortstop, will come in now for Eunice.
Tucker playing shortstop. Coming in with a good chance to move base runners around. Of course, Lovington wants to get another out, get out of this inning without any damage done, and try to get in the dugout and put some score on the board.
That is what they do want to do, so we will reset. As Aceves gets his sign and kicks and pitches, and ding-dong, that one's going to hit Tucker. The hit by pitch is going to load him up here in the first, and this is where Eunice can be very dangerous, as Zeke Benton, who didn't have a great day against the Cats back at our place, but he is one who was one of those that you just kind of got the feeling he might be overdue when he was at our place. He went over, but definitely a chance to help his own cause as the pitcher here, and now the base is full of his cohorts.
But 2 out, so a force at any base. If it is an infield hit, there's a better chance of getting that 3rd out for Lovington.
Jonathan sets at the belt and the wind in the first pitch, and that one will be a fastball away for ball 1.
And if you're the pitcher, really what you want to do is just put the ball over the plate in this case. You don't want to walk one in. You want to go ahead, throw strikes, get it there in the zone, and then let the chips fall where they may.
So a 1 ball, no strike count. Aceves will check off on his runners, and he kicks and fires the 1-0, and that fastball is going to miss outside corner.
Nope.
Okay,
He's
evens it
call
up
it
at
a strike.
1-1. 19 pitches so far this inning for Aceves on the mound. And so a 1 ball, 1 strike count. There are 2 down, but the base is loaded full of Cardinals. Nowhere to put him. As Aceves will kick and fire. Fastball swung on and missed. As Benton, I think, chased one a little bit out of the zone. And so that'll make it a 1 ball, 2 strike count now.
Although right now it's a little inconsistent. I think the batters are not quite sure what's going to be called a strike and not, if it's close, if it's at the corners. And so I think that they're just thinking they need to swing at them, even if they're not actually 2 strikes on them in plate protection mode.
And the 1-2 pitch, and that one is going to be swung on, and that one is going to be popped up. Aceves in front of the mound will get it. And so it'll be a pop out to the pitcher for 3 away. And so Eunice loads the bases but comes up empty. We've played an inning here at Cardinal Field. No score. This is Lovington and Eunice baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know. and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
General Welding Supply, Inc., the only locally owned and operated welding supply shop in Lee County. Why is shopping local important? There are many reasons. Shopping local keeps your dollar right here in Lee County. The staff at General Welding Supply shops the same stores you do. How about support? General Welding Supply supports local by sponsoring schools and youth sports. Shop General Welding Supply in Hobbs and Lovington. General Welding Supply, a proud supporter of Lovington sports. Find them fast in names and numbers.
In the bottom of the first inning, there were no runs and 2 hits, no errors, 3 left on base as Lovington comes up to bat, top of the second inning here in Eunice, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Morgan. Jordy Tavera will lead it off. We followed by Victor Tejeda, then Gilbert Sanchez. So it'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Wildcats. As you mentioned, no score. A nice job by the Wildcats and Sebes on the hill in that first inning, getting out of a bases-loaded jam.
Yeah, that was remarkable. And Eunice made
Official. There's no digging in there. It's got the little black BBs and things in
right.
the field.
You can kind of settle in, and you see them wiggle their feet back and forth just a little bit, but you don't get anywhere by doing it. You don't go any deeper anyway.
As Benton will look in, gets the sign from Pierce and asking for timeout is Tavera. Yep, just going to say, nope, you're taking too long. I need another second. So Jordy will settle back in as Benton ready to go in the line. In the first pitch, the fastball will be on the outside corner, called strike 1.
And it is really odd to have no umpire behind the plate, behind the catcher making the calls, and I think it does affect.
0-1 pitch swung on and back into the screen for strike 2 as Pierce was set up well outside. You're right, it is a bit odd with no ump behind the plate.
Yeah, and I think it does. The perspective is a little different, and you got to think that it does alter the call on whether it's a ball or strike slightly. I don't think it makes a huge difference, but I think the corners maybe it makes a difference on calling the corners.
0-2 pitch, and that one will be up high for ball 1.
And sometimes calling maybe the low end of the zone and the top end of the zone just because you're not right there, just a couple of feet away from the batter and the base.
1-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed as the breaking ball gets to Vera swinging. Third K of the afternoon for Benton, and there is one down for Lovington here in their half of the second.
But I'd like to see them go down swinging. The other 2 strikes that Benton has notched, Lovington has watched the ball with the bat on their shoulder, so much better to go down swinging than looking.
So now it'll be the catcher Tejeda to the plate as Benton will look in, gets the sign he wants from Pierce, and the first pitch will be a fastball right down the pipe. That'll be strike 1. So if they're that good, you got to swing at them, even if you're trying to work the pitch count a little bit.
Even if it's the first pitch you're seeing of the first bat at day. Got to be aggressive.
0-1 delivery on the way, and that fastball will run low for ball 1. So evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
And that's a difference we certainly have seen in the game so far with Eunice being more aggressive at the bat, going after pitches far.
1-1 pitch on the way, and the breaking ball is in there as Tejeda tries to pull the trigger, thinks about it, but ultimately keeps the bat on his shoulder for strike 2.
And that's what we have seen. Lovington's been a little more reluctant, been looking at pitches.
1-2 pitch on the way, swung on. It'll be a chop shot. Tucker charges, gets it at short, picks it up, fires over at first in time to get the speedy Tejeda. Tucker to Tucker, 6-3 for 2 down here in this top half of the second inning. So 2 away now as Gilbert Sanchez, the center fielder, also a sometimes pitcher for the Cats, will head to the plate as bats are getting thrown around all over. As Gilbert trying to figure out, hey, which one's mine again? Okay, yeah, it's this one. This is the one I want. So, all right, 2 down. I think we've got the lumber situation figured out here. So now Sanchez settles into the right side box as Benton will kick and deal with 2 outs, and the first pitch is going to be top of the zone for strike 1. So a 0-ball, 1 strike counts. 2 down for Lovington here in this top of the second. Middle infielders playing fairly deep. Outfield playing deep as well. And the 0-1 pitch as showing bunt is Sanchez. And it's strike 2. I mean, Gilbert's got good speed, but with 2 outs, not sure you bunt.
I think Lovington may be just desperate to try to play small ball and get somebody on base with 2 outs. So it's not the conventional thing you see, but
0-2 pitch, and that one is going to be up and in. It is high for ball 1. So a 1-2 strike count with 2 away. And it's a 1-2 strike count, as Benton, I think, asked the umpire something. Normally it's the catcher that talks to the ump, not the pitcher. 1-2 pitch swung on and missed as Sanchez swings through a fastball, strike 3. So Lovington goes 1-2-3 in their half of the second. After an inning and a half, no score. This is Lovington and Eunice Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
in the bottom of the second inning, Lovington had no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the top of the third inning. Your score is still 0-0, and with the call is TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan. Marcus Tessero leads it off. He'll be followed by Gio Chacon and Sean Stinson. 7, 8, 9 due up for Eunice here in their half of the second. Of course, the Cards stranded everybody on the base paths last time, leaving the bases loaded. Definitely not something that they want to do. You know, we talked about Eunice not letting, or Lovington not letting Eunice jump out in front of them.
Right.
You know, at least not by much. Well, the opposite could be said for Eunice. They want to jump out in front and squandered a golden opportunity in that first inning.
They did. They did it on a couple of pretty solid singles and a hit by pitch. But then, of course, when they needed the timely hitting to get those runners around, they came up short on that. So we are scoreless and, you know, a pretty good game so far as we head you here into this top of the second inning.
So Tessero will lead it off, the right fielder for
The bottom of the second.
bottom of the second. Yeah. So Tessero will lead it off for the Cards. Aceves still on the hill. He always pitches out of the stretch. And like I said, is probably the most deliberate of the Eunice pitchers. They're all, or of the Lovington pitchers. And the first pitch to Tessero will be up high for ball one. No, it is a 1-ball, no strike count. We are underway, bottom of the second. No score from here at Cardinal Field. And so Tessero going to take a couple of hacks. Looks down at Coach Reynolds. Now he's back in. So a no ball, rather a 1-ball, no strike count. And so Aceves going to take his time, kicks and delivers, and that fastball is going to be outside for ball two. So a 2-ball, no strike count, outfield for Lovington. Playing fairly deep. Middle infielders playing fairly deep as well on the infield. Middle infielders, or rather the corner infielders, pretty much their normal positions. So it's a 2-0 pitch, and Aceves kicks and fires. It'll be outside, as Tejeda can't hang on to it, but nobody on, so no harm, no foul, but it is ball three. And kind of a little oopsie going back as Tejeda short-arming him a little bit, and Aceves kind of short-arming it a little too. And again, nobody on, so you gotta make sure that you know, you get the throwbacks good, even if there is nobody on. So a 3-ball, no strike count. Got to see if the take sign's going to be on for Tessero here, as Jonathan will kick and fire, and the fastball is up high. And that'll be the first walk of the ball game issued by Aceves, and Tessero will lead it off with that walk.
You don't want to give Eunice many gifts. They're perfectly capable of taking what they want and putting themselves on base with hits and hitting around. So, again, you want to kind of minimize the walks, and that's going to help try to control the base running try to cut down on possible base running errors as well.
So now Chacon, the center fielder, will settle in, sets up at the back part of the right side box. And the line in the first pitch shows bunt, but pulls it back. A snap throw down.
Ooh.
As cutting it off is Tavera. He might have had a play if he hadn't been playing right at the edge of the cutout, but Tercero's back in safely. And it is ball one at the plate to Chacon. 1 ball, no strike count. As Chacon looks down, now he looks back in. Be interesting to see if he shows bunt again. Aceves is showing a little bit of command problems here in the second. Gets the sign he wants from Tejeda. He'll check on the runner at first, and the 1-0 pitch, fastball on the outside corner, evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count, bottom of the second inning. Tercero stands at first, works the leadoff 4-pitch walk.
And I guess Chacon taking a little time. What's he adjusting his
he
glove or something?
Yeah, I think he was checking his play chart.
Okay.
Making sure he knew exactly what Coach Reynolds was calling there. As
Let's get his sign, his cheat sheet for his signs, right?
Chavez checks it first. Tavera holding on the runner. The kick and the pitch swung on, and it's on a ground shot that's going to find its way. Oh, a 1 ball, 1 strike count to Dean at the plate. Cardinals and the Cats from here in Eunice this afternoon. No score yet. And Dean settles back in. As Aceves again takes it, and the 1-1 pitch swung on, and that's a top shot. Ortiz handles it, and third comes up firing over to first and dug out by Tavera in Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now a Pharmacy has supported the local youth in the city of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now a Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now a Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now a Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Looking for tubing testing and scanning in the Permian Basin? Call Empire Services. Empire's been in business since 2012 and has maintained the professional and dependable service company for tubing testing and scanning. Empire Services, a proud supporter of all Lovington High School athletics. The team at Empire Services wishes the Cat athletes the best of luck this season. Don't forget, if you're in need of tubing testing and scanning, call Empire Services at 575-318-6465, 318-6465.
In the bottom of the second inning, Eunice had no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We go to the top of the third with Lovington coming up to bat. We are still 0-0 in this one, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan, as the Cats have definitely dodged some bullets with 4 runners left stranded through the first 2 innings for the Eunice Cardinals. Now they need to see if they can make Eunice pay for it by putting some on the board themselves. Jonathan Aceves will be followed by Ryan Marquez, then Nick Parra. 7, 8, and 9 due up. 4 strikeouts in the game for Zeke Benton, the starting pitcher for these Eunice Cardinals. He's looking to continue that. And so we'll start it off. Aceves, the pitcher for the Cats, getting the start, looking to help his own cause here. Then to shut it down. Here's the catcher. The first pitch fastball, 3 sets, 1.
Yeah, the beautiful pitch, actually. Aceves can see than that to hit.
Yeah, probably not. Benton, a much quicker worker as the 0-1 pitch. That fast.
Just a little bit, but I think it was a strike. And he just moved it over, made it a little easier to call it a strike, but it was a true strike.
2 pitch on the wall, fastball swung on and gets a piece of it and out of the glove of Pierce. He can't hang on to it, and so Aceves will live to fight another pitch. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Again, outfield is pretty deep. In turn to district play this weekend. 1-2 pitch, and that fastball is going to be just high for ball 2.
Just a little inside as well, I think. So evens up the count, 2-2.
Well, the 2 ball, 2 strike count of Aceves. Pitcher for Lovington leads it off, trying to help his own cause here as Benton will deal the 2-2 pitch. Whoa, up and in. And that'll be, they're going to, that should be ball 3.
Yeah.
That's ball 3. I was pretty sure it was.
And I didn't see it hit him. I thought, well, maybe he didn't duck enough, but I was pretty sure it did not hit even his helmet, so it just brings the count full.
Yeah, so that'll run the count full. as the wind and the payoff pitch from Benton swung on and fouled down the first base line. It'll roll into the outfield over to the batting cages, and we'll reset and do it again.
Well, Aceves kind of hanging tough at the bat here, looking to try to be the first base runner for Lovington, as they would like to get on the board at this at-bat.
Well, a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Benton has the sign and the payoff pitch, and that one will be up high for ball 4. And so the first base runner of the afternoon for the Wildcats gets on in Aceves.
And that's the first walk issued by Benton. He's got 4 strikeouts to go with that.
So now it'll be Ryan Marquez, one of the lefties for this Lovington squad. He'll settle in as Aceves is going to run for himself at least until there gets to be a couple outs. So now Benton from the stretch. Curveball on the first pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. All of a sudden, Benton having a little bit of control problem here in this top of the third inning.
Yeah, he's not missing really wide, not missing by much, but missing by just enough.
So a 1-ball, no-strike count. Pierce sets up right in the middle of the plate. He'll show bunt, pulls it back. Runner goes, and a good throw, and yep, he's burned down 2-6 for out number 1. As the tag applied by Tucker, and Aceves, he didn't get that great a jump, and Marquez did not get anything on the ball, and so it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. And the plate, Marquez missing one. Really calling me up on the pitch. Strike 2.
Well, I really think that the bunt was designed simply to hold the catcher just a little bit because they were sending the base runner.
Good strong throw from Pierce as the 1-2 pitch on the way. That breaking ball as Pierce tries to frame it up. The ump not buying it, and it'll be a 2-ball, 2-strike count. If I'm not mistaken, that is the 40th pitch of the afternoon for Benton. They've made him work just a little bit through the first 2 1/3. 2-2 pitch on the way. That fastball comes inside corner, called strike 3. I'm pretty sure that's strike 3. I guess it'll be just strike 2.
Okay. We both had,
We both, yeah.
He left the bat down over the plate on that.
I'm thinking it'll be a 3-ball, 2-strike count then. And so the payoff pitch, and that one is going to be in there. That'll be called strike 3. And so there is now 2 down for Lovington in their half of the third as Nick Parra will step in. Parra with an absolute gem of a play in right field in the last half inning to help Lovington get out of that bit of a jam there. So now he'll step in and try and do some damage at the bat. Parra has not seen a lot of time through the first 6 games of the season. First pitch to Nick, fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. So a no-ball, 1-strike count. And again, the Cats cannot, they've got to start swinging the bat a little bit when the strikes are in there. The 0-1 pitch and a curveball, and well out in front of that one for strike 2.
Yeah. I mean, you got to strike at the strikes, but you got to swing at the strikes, but you also got to wait on the good ones too. And he was definitely way out in front of that changeup.
0-2 pitch, that fastball swung on and missed. He came right at him, and that'll be strike 3. It will get away from the catcher Pierce, who fires it down to Tucker for out number 3. So the Cats put a man on, but he gets burned down. We've played 2.5, no score. It's the Wildcats and the Cardinals from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Hey, all you Lovington Wildcat fans, Lovington sports are in full swing, and at the Lovington Schools, they'd like for you to come out and cheer on the Lovington Wildcats. Lovington Schools is the best district in all of Lee County. For more information on the Lovington Schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net. And don't forget to support the Lovington Schools and the...
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
In the top of the third inning, Lovington had no...
With a line single to right his last time up, so he is 1 for 1 is Eunice still trying to find that breakthrough inning, and Lovington still trying to keep it from happening as Aceves has gotten himself in some jams, to be sure, but he's managed to get his way out of them with some good fielding behind him.
If you told me that coming into this one we'd be heading into this deep into the game with no score, I would have said you were crazy, because with these two teams, I really had figured that at the very least that Eunice would be on the board, and it's interesting. So Lovington has been doing a really good job defensively, a couple of really good throws and plays. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to turn. Get on base and get around. But we've still got a good game, a scoreless game, a tight one right here. Eunice looking to break it open.
So now Ontiveros will step in as Aceves gets his sign from Tejedas. Tejedas set up low and in, and the line in the first pitch swung on and off the fist, and it'll be a slow roller. Charging is Brito. He fires to first in time. 4-3 for out number 1. That was a extremely close play, but a nice job by Brito to charge up on that one as it was kind of dying on the artificial turf.
It's kind of just one of those little choppers that takes a long time, to develop, and it's tough. It was just out of reach for Aceves, and a nice play by Brito.
So now it'll be Conacher Pierce to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He singled right back up the box his last time up, and the first pitch, and that one's going to be up and in to Pierce for ball 1.
And you got to give props to Vera first, too. When you've got somebody who's basically about 6 feet away from you and firing the ball at you, you've got to be pretty brave, and you've got to have good reflexes, to be able to grab that ball wherever it comes in.
Aceves gets the sign, and the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up over on the right side. Tavera goes behind first and a couple of feet into the outfield right on the line, and will make the grab for out number 2. So quickly 2 away here for Eunice in their half of the third, and just for comparison's sake, through 3 innings, Zeke Benton has thrown 44 pitches. Aceves right now with 2 outs in the third has only thrown 35.
Wow.
So he hasn't worked nearly as hard. So, 9 pitches, but that's still considerable with 1 out to go. As Garrett Tucker, he popped out to the second baseman. He's 0 for 1, and the first pitch will be a fastball away for ball 1. A 1-ball, no strike count. Outfield again playing pretty deep. Infield, their normal positions with 2 away. So Tucker settles in as now Aceves is ready. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one will be swung on. It'll be a line shot, and coming over towards second and making the grab on the line out is Garcia. And so Eunice goes 1-2-3 in their half of the third. Through 3, no score. It's the Cards and the Cats from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
In the bottom of the third inning, it was no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, 3 up, 3 down for Eunice. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Lovington coming up to bat. We are still scoreless in this one, and with the call, here is TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Don Morgan, as Lovington will finally turn the lineup over. Diego Brito, Luis Garcia, and Damian Ortiz, 1, 2, and 3. Due up for the Cats. Line score through 3 innings in this one for Lovington. It's a whole bunch of goose eggs. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. For Eunice, no runs on 3 hits, no errors committed, and they've left 4 runners on base. So Brito will lead it off. Now Diego, he had a deep fly out to center to start the game. So, he can put the charge in it. Brito, sometimes pitcher, sometimes second baseman for this Cats team. So he'll step in. Well, again, he had a pretty good shot his first time up, as Benton will look in, get his sign, and we are ready to go here in the top of the fourth. And so Benton is ready. He'll set and fire, and the first pitch is a fastball, swung on and missed for strike one.
But I like to see him come up to the plate and start swinging right away. He worked the count to 3-1 before he hit that long fly out his first time up.
No, a no ball and one strike count. Pierce sets up on the inside, and the 0-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and gets a piece of it. Kind of cue shots it off the end of the bat, but he's quickly down, no balls and 2 strikes. Again, and I think maybe Coach Deck has told him to be more aggressive at the plate, but you got to make sure, A, it's a strike, and
right.
B, it's something you can handle.
True.
So a no ball, 2 strike count. Brito in the hole. Benton ready to go, and the 0-2 pitch comes right at him and takes something off of that one, and it'll be strike 3 swinging. So that is strikeout number 7 for Benton, and there is one down here in this top of the fourth inning. So Brito came out firing, but unfortunately Benton did too and fooled Diego. And so one down as Luis Garcia steps in. Garcia, the shortstop, 0 for 1. Was a strikeout victim last time up, and the first pitch is swung on, and ouch, he fouls that one off of his leg. And down towards the Lovington dugout. That's going to be all right. He's going to go down and talk to Coach Deck. So don't forget, of course, district starts for these Lovington Wildcats on Saturday afternoon back at the friendly confines of Wildcat Park. It'll be a doubleheader against Goddard Saturday starting at 11 o'clock. I'll have the call for you on HobbsAmerica.com and also on one of the YouTube channels. I'm actually thinking that'll be on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. And you'll have the district opener for the Lovington girls on Saturday, as they'll be on the road at Goddard to take on the Lady Rockets.
Right.
Now, tomorrow we're going to be at Lady Wildcat Field for softball doubleheader, be completing a game that was started on Friday, delayed due to lightning, and then what was supposed to be the second game of that doubleheader. That'll be tomorrow at 4 o'clock here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
So makeup softball action.
Yep, as the 0-1 pitch, and that fastball is going to be high to Garcia for ball 1. So it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count, so Garcia fine. Got a minute to kind of walk it off. Gave us a chance to kind of preview what would be coming up later this week. 1-1 pitch, and that fastball going to run inside for ball 2. 50th pitch of the afternoon for Benton. So a 2-ball, 1-strike count. There is one down here in Lovington's top half of the fourth inning. Slightly open stance, and the 2-1 pitch on the way. And taking a little bit off of that one. Not exactly a changeup, but
just a little off-speed pitch. Just a little off-speed.
Making sure he could
curve.
control it, and it comes in, and so it'll be strike 2. So it evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Garcia. Benton quickly back to work, and the 2-2 pitch, that breaking ball is going to be in there, called strike 3, and Garcia goes down looking for the second time in this ball game, and so that'll be the 8th K of the afternoon for Benton, and that'll bring Damian Ortiz to the plate. And so now Ortiz will step in. He is 0 for 1. He's one of those strikeouts. So Benton definitely dealing, to be sure. From the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
General Welding Supply, Inc., the only locally owned and operated welding supply shop in Lee County. Why is shopping local important? There are many reasons. Shopping local keeps your dollar right here in Lee County. The staff at General Welding Supply shop the same stores you do. How about support? General Welding Supply supports local by sponsoring schools and youth sports. Shop General Welding Supply in Hobbs and Lovington. General Welding Supply, a proud supporter of Lovington sports. Find them fast in names and numbers.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And in the top of the fourth inning, Lovington scored no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. In fact, they sent up 3 batters, and they all got struck out. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Eunice coming up to bat. We are scoreless in this game still, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Don Moore. Chance Tucker will lead it off. He'll be followed by Zeke Benton, then Marcus Tercero. Tucker was hit by a pitch back in the first and was left stranded. And so Aceves, who has yet to strike out a batter and has had some traffic on the base paths, the defense behind him, though, has come up big and has kept any Cardinals from coming around, even though they're facing a pitcher who right now is on fire in Benton with nine strikeouts through 4 innings.
9 strikeouts and only 1 walk.
So Tucker, Benton, and Tercero, and that walk got thrown out on a caught stealing. So Tucker will step in.
But Eunice has left 4 on base in this game.
So let's see what Aceves deals. He gets the sign from Tejeda. He's ready to go, and the first pitch to Tucker will be a fastball on the inside corner, called strike 1. I was waiting to see if he was going to throw that hand out. I have learned, don't call him until you see him, even no matter what you think it might be. And so it's an 0-ball, 1-strike count. Jonathan takes his time. Now he's ready, and he'll deal the 0-1, and that fastball is going to miss low and even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1-ball, 1-strike count, no score here in this bottom of the 4th inning. A defensive duel here this afternoon. Not sure this is what either one of us expected, to be sure.
Not at all. Of course, Tucker hit by a pitch his first time up at bat. Then got
1-1 pitch, and that one will be low. It was over the heart of the plate, but low for ball 2.
Tucker got stranded out on base in that first inning.
And Coach Dak going to take time out, and he's going to go talk to Aceves a little bit. Aceves, again, a very deliberate worker out on the mound. So kind of think that Coach Dak is just wanting to talk to him about, okay, they've getting to where they've seen you a couple of times, so change something up a little bit here. You've got to think.
Well, we are right in the middle of this game now. It's halfway through and really going by pretty quickly. This is a pretty fast-moving game.
Yeah, and we got started a little late because we didn't have an umpire until about 15 minutes after the scheduled start of this one. So, and we do only have one umpire today, and he's calling the balls and strikes from the field.
Yes, he is, from behind the pitcher's mound, kind of halfway between the pitcher's mound and second base, shaded over just to the right of the pitcher, behind the pitcher's right shoulder so he could see the plate.
So it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count as the conference on the mound is over. As Aceves is ready, Tejeda sets up on the inside, and the 2-1 pitch swung on, and it'll be a slow roller. Charging over is Ortiz, cuts off the shortstop, fires to Tavera at first in time. 5-3 for out number 1.
Again, good play because that was a slow ball. He had to really come up on it. Not much time to get the throw off. And then at first base, Tavera with a really good stretch, reaching for that ball, hanging on to it. So good defensive work.
Not sure why Ortiz got that. I mean, Garcia's got a pretty good arm over there at short, but that's a couple of times Garcia has called him off and made the play in what would normally you would think of as the shortstop's play.
Well, yeah, but I guess Ortiz is playing in a little closer.
Lined and the first pitch swung on, and that one is going to go out of play for Benton, strike 1.
And on these balls that are a little slow to develop, I think that was the right call because Ortiz, since he's already playing in a little closer, was able to get to the ball faster. And I think that probably was the right call there.
So a 0-ball, 1-strike count, Benton at the plate. And the wind and the pitch, curveball ding-dong, and that'll hit him. Second hit batter of the afternoon. And so Benton will head over to first. So the second hit batsman of the day. And that'll bring Marcus Tercero to the plate. Tercero walked his last time up, but then trying to go from first to third on a single was thrown out. Checking in to run will be Caballero for Eunice.
Tejeda going up to the mound to just have a quick word with Aceves, just making sure, hey, everything cool, you're still good, just settle down and throw to this guy. 1 out. Let's see if we can get 2 more.
So now Tercero will step in. He's 0 for 0, but did reach via the walk as Caballero will lead off first. Not much of a lead over there. Tavera will hold him on. And so Aceves gets the sign. He'll set. He always pitches out of the stretch. Runner goes, and the hit and run was on, and that one is going to be fouled off for strike 1. So Caballero will have to head back to first. But they were moving for the steal right there. The hit and run on, but great speed for Caballero. And, I think maybe Coach Reynolds is thinking, I'm going to get a guy in scoring position and just see what kind of arm Tejeda's got this afternoon.
Right. Well, you got to figure, this deep in the game, Eunice wants to get, they're just trying to move runners around to get somebody across home plate.
No balls, 1 strike the count as Aceves will check on Caballero. Over at first, he'll go again on the 0-1 pitch. It's in there for a called strike 2. The throw down, not going to be in time behind the runner. And so the stolen base for Caballero. And it'll put a man in scoring position with just 1 out. But Tercero now down, no balls, 2 strikes. He's going to have to go in plate protection mode.
Yep, definitely as... Of course, scoreless right now, but Eunice knocking on the door. Of course, they had 3 runners on base in that very first at-bat in the top of the first and left them stranded.
They've left 4 overall in the ball game as Aceves hops off the rubber and will look Caballero back to second. Nobody really covered. Even Brito slightly over that, but I don't keep you honest. But Caballero with great speed, and he's going to go all the way right to the edge of the cutout. He's out of the cutout now over at second.
And I think
Brito coming over. And the 0-2 pitch, and that one's going to be swung on, and that one's heading to the parking lot. And so the count will stay no balls and 2 strikes. So a no ball, 2 strike count with 1 away. Runner at second is Caballero running for Zeke Benton, who was hit by the pitch. Right fielder Pata is just a little bit. So a no ball, 2 strike count. At the plate is Tercero as Aceves is off again, as I think Caballero is really kind of bothering him out there at second, Dawn.
Well, I think, Aceves is aware that he's got great speed. He's out there for one reason. He's out there to try to steal bases and get into even better scoring position. And with just the 1 out, I think Aceves is really trying to hold him on there if he can.
Yeah, I think so. So a no ball, 2 strike count. As Aceves will deal the curveball, and that one actually goes behind Tercero, and so that'll be ball 1. Again, you've got to worry about that runner for sure, but you got to worry about what's going on at the plate,
yeah,
too.
You've still, your job number 1 is to pitch and throw the strike and worry about your batter first.
And that's another thing, sometimes Lovington's pitchers, and I'm not picking on Jonathan here by any stretch of the imagination, sometimes they worry a little too much about the base runners, I think. And the 1-2 pitch, and that one swung on the RBI single, and he moves to second on the play at the plate. And so the RBI single, and then Tercero moves to second, but Eunice is on the board now 1-0.
And I wonder, Tercero touched that ball when it was fair, and I think it was headed to be a foul ball, and so I just don't know, but he was right at the bag. So
it was going to be close.
It was going to be very close. It could have gone foul had he not touched it, or it might have stayed fair.
Because if it would have still been fair when it got to the bag, it would have been a fair ball. If it had gone into foul territory before
the bag,
it would have been a foul.
Sure.
So one of those, it was right on the line as Ortiz had to play it. But a run in the line in the first pitch. It's a line shot to shallow center field. It's going to drop. Sanchez will get to it as Coach Reynolds going to hold up Tercero at third. But it is back-to-back singles. And now the Cardinals are in business. Cards at the corners. And Sean Stinson, the number 9 hitter, comes to the plate for Eunice. And so now Lovington, who's been playing a little dangerous throughout the game, is in a huge jam. Don't want any more runs to come across here, but they need a ground ball double play right here.
They sure do, because with only 1 out, Eunice is threatening to break open. This has that break open inning feel for Eunice if Lovington doesn't shut them down.
Chacon over at first. At third, it'll be Tercero. Stinson at the plate. Runner goes as the ball. They're going to steal the base as the fake throwdown from Tejeda. So that'll take the double play off, at least the conventional double play off.
Right.
And it's strike 1 at the plate to Stinson.
And Tejeda tried hard, but Tercero did not bite on that, did not even offer to move off the bag. He wasn't faked out.
And that will be in there, strike 2. Ball 2 strike count. There's only 1 down, and Cardinals at first and second.
with one across the plate for Eunice already. They'd like to add to that.
Yes, they would.
And Lovington would like to shut things down and get back into the dugout.
Titus sets up on the outside. Estevez has his pitch. Strike three as Stinson watches it into the glove. First K of the ball game for Estevez, and it turns the lineup over and brings Hayden Dean back to the plate. Now you don't have to worry quite as much about the runners. Worry about making your pitches. Dean 0 for 2. He popped out to Ortiz, then grounded out to Ortiz. So he's 0 for 2.
So Lovington can stop the bleeding here and minimize the damage with a quick out.
First pitch to Dean, and that one is going to get away from Tejeda. It goes all the way to the fence as Tercero going to slide in the plate, not in time. And so on the passed ball, the score will come across. Moving to third is Chacon, and so a passed ball puts Eunice up 2-0. And so Lovington starting to struggle just a little bit. There's 2 outs as Dean at the plate, and now Chacon over at third. 2 runs across this inning. As Estevez kicks and fires, that fastball is going to be away, ball 2. And so now Estevez's pitch count getting up just a little bit. He's 54 pitches. Oh, it's 0-0 as Ontiveros at the plate. Top of the 4th inning, Eunice has scored 3. As Estevez will check the runner. Tavera holds on, then the fire and the pitch, and that one's going to be popped up over on the right side. Tavera goes in front of his own dugout and will make the grab for out number 3, but the damage is done as 3 runs come across for Eunice in their half of the 4th. We head to the 5th. Eunice 3, Lovington nothing. This is Cardinal and Cat Baseball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now a Pharmacy has supported the local youth and city of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now a Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now a Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now a Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
In the bottom of the 4th inning, Eunice scored 3 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors, 1 left on base, and we go to the top of the 5th inning. Lovington coming up to bat. They trail this one 3-0, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan. Jordy Tavera leads it off. He'll be followed by Victor Tejeda and then Gilbert Sanchez. So 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Cats. Still looking for their first hit of this ball game. They've only had 1 base runner, but a throw-out attempting to steal. So the Cats now trailing 3-0 have got some work cut out for them.
They do. They've got to be aggressive at the plate and try to, again, just play small ball if they need to, just to try to get runners on, get runners around, and try to get on the board. It is not too late for them. The danger here is for them to think, oh, now we're 3 runs down, and kind of give up a little bit or assume that they're not going to be able to come back, when if they just take this batter by batter and try to piece together some runs, they're still in it.
So Tavera will step in, and the first pitch will be a fastball outside corner called strike 1 from Benton. So underway here in the top half of the 5th inning. It's an 0-1 count to Jordy Tavera at the plate. Benton quickly and throws the curveball and drills it into the dirt and evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Tavera went down swinging his first time up back in the 2nd. Lovington needing base runners, now trailing 3-0. 1-1 pitch on the way as that fastball going to be outside for ball 2. No, the 2 ball and 1 strike count. Outfield again playing very deep. Infield, they're pretty much normal positions. And so a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Tavera going to step out a minute and say, nope, I want to think about it for just a second. So now he's back in, and it's a 2-ball and 1 strike count. As Benton will kick and fire that fastball away for ball 3. So Benton in danger of losing the leadoff hitter, which would be just fine with the Cats.
Yeah, Tavera struck out in 3 straight pitches his first time at bat.
And the 3-1, that breaking ball is going to be up and in, ball 4. And so the second walk of the day issued by Benton. And so that will put Tavera on first with the opening walk. And so now that's what Lovington needed, was base runners. They got it, and so that'll be the catcher, Tejeda, to the plate. Tejeda grounded out to the shortstop back in the second, so he's 0 for 1. We will have a pinch runner come into the game. It'll be Ochoa in to run for the Cats for Tavera. So the pinch runner in the ball game as Tejeda looks down at Coach Deck. Now he knows what he wants. So the number 5 hitter for the Cats is in. Pierce sets up on the outside, and the first pitch will be a fastball outside, ball 1. And so all of a sudden, Benton having trouble finding the strike zone here in the 5th.
5th straight ball that he has thrown.
Nobody warming up in the Eunice pen. And Tejeda steps out. And Lovington's doing that more and more. I think throwing it off for Benton, who might work her quick.
It does.
Pitch, Ochoa down the throw for Pierce, and he has got him. And that'll be the second time this game. It will be throw out.
Waste of a base runner. You got to walk. It's a gift. You want to piece together a run out of that. And they've already know that Pierce has got a good arm, even without the jump.
1-1 count to Tejeda, and he'll bounce that one foul in front of the Eunice dugout. And so now he's down the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So a 1 ball, 2 strike count to Tejeda. The walk, but another caught stealing, the second of the ball game, has wiped out the Cats on the base paths. They're both runners today have been burned down stealing. A 1 ball, 2 strike count to Tavera at the plate. And the pitch, the curveball, ding-dong, that'll hit him in the arm. And so the hit by the pitch, and Tejeda will head down to first. And we will have a courtesy runner check into the game. That'll be Nava. Damian Nava comes in to courtesy run. Nava with pretty good speed, but I'm not sure I'd want to challenge Pierce's arm for a 3rd time here.
No way. So this is the actually 3rd hit by pitch runner on, but only the first one for Benton.
Yeah, first and a pickoff attempt and a sweep tag by Tucker, and back in safely is Nava. Pretty good move there from Benton. As Nava leads off of first, Tucker holds him on, and to the plate, the fastball outside corner, strike 1 to Sanchez. Sanchez 0 for 1, strikeout victim to start the second. As the wind and the pitch, Benton will check on the runner, now comes to the plate, and that curveball is going to be in there, called strike 2.
Yeah, it was a...
So a no ball, 2 strike count. Almost think Benton might want to throw something up there if he's got a pitch that he's pretty sure he can get a ground ball out of, see if he can get 2 turned. And so it's a no ball, 2 strike count, and the wind and the pitch swung on and missed. That'll be strike 3 as Sanchez will go down swinging for the 2nd time in the ball game. And so there's 2 down now as Jonathan Aceves will come to the plate.
The 10th strikeout for Benton in this game. 10 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 1 hit by pitch so far.
Allowed just 3 runners, but only 1. Looks like they're going to survive the inning as Aceves will settle into the right side box. As the wind and the pitch from Benton, the fastball outside, ball 1. I was waiting, the ump put his hand up like he was going to strike, and then he just kind of waves it over to the right.
It just indicated it was outside. In his view, it was outside, ball.
So it's a 1 ball, no strike count, and that fastball will be in there. Evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Aceves working the count full until he drew a walk his last time at bat and then got thrown out trying to steal second.
Nava over at first, courtesy running for the catcher Tejeda. And it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. There's 2 down. Lovington trails by 3. The wind and the pitch, the curveball, it breaks, but not enough, and it'll be ball 2.
Yeah, a little high as well.
So a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Well, Aceves was trying to make his strike zone a little smaller, I think, on that one.
He was great. He did.
I call it when the other team does it. I'll call it when ours does, too. 2-1 pitch. That fastball is going to be low and away for ball 3.
So Lovington still with a chance to move the runner around and try to get a score across, maybe try to launch a little two-out rally if they can here. This is the time to do it as they're running out of time in this game, and they're down by 3. 3-0 is your score here in this
and the
top.
3-1 pitch, and that one is going to be in there, called strike 2, as Aceves probably not going to see a better pitch than that all afternoon. Didn't pull the trigger on it, as that was still a fastball, but took a little off of it. Not quite a changeup.
It's still
right
just an
down the
off-speed.
heart,
Yeah,
yeah.
just an off.
And the payoff pitch, fastball outside, as Aceves will work his second walk of the ball game. And so Lovington with now runners at first and second, and Ryan Marquez, the number 8 hitter, to the plate. So Benton losing a couple. Matter of fact, he's walked 2 this inning, and hit a batter. And so now it'll be Ryan Marquez 0 for 1. He struck out his last time up as the lefty left fielder steps to the plate, and a pickoff attempt, and the tag is not going to be in time as Dean slapped down the tag on Nava, who almost got caught sleeping with a big leadoff. The Cats almost with it. Nava's like, okay, I'm going to go halfway to third this time.
Right back out there.
As Benton will pick and fire to the plate, and the fastball is going to be letter high to Marquez, strike 1. But Lovington threatening with 2 on. Aceves at first, Tejeda, or actually Nava at second, running for Tejeda. And the 0-1 on the way, as that fastball is going to be inside, evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, Pierce really tried to frame that up and brought that back in, but it was inside, definitely.
So the 1-ball, 1-strike count. 2 on for the Cats. They trail by 3. We're in the top of the 5th inning. And so now Benton will kick and fire that fastball, and that one is going to be up high for ball 2.
That surprises me. I really thought that he was going to call that a strike.
It was right on the line, but he says just a little bit high. And leading off the first is Aceves. He goes to the cutout. Nava, again, kind of playing. He gets a big lead over at second. And he's trying, almost bailing out of the way of that one, was Marquez.
Well, it clipped the corner. I think it came across the plate. It broke across the plate. And definitely a good pitch by Benton.
You know, the 2-ball, 2-strike count. Benton checks the runners, deals to the plate. That fastball, that one's going to run inside. And so that'll run the count full to Ryan Marquez.
Yeah, and it jumped back. Marquez jumped back just a little bit to keep it from hitting his shin.
So it'll be a 3-ball, 2-strike count. 2 on, 2 outs. Lovington trails by 3. As Benton gets the sign, Pierce sets up outside. The wind and the payoff pitch, fastball, and that one is going to miss for ball 4, and that'll walk the bases loaded. And so now the Cats are going to threaten here in the top half of the 5th inning. So that's going to bring Nick Parra up to the plate with 2 down, and the bases loaded. As Parra moves to, or rather Nava moves to third, Aceves to second, and Marquez at first. So now Parra will step in. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch to Nick is going to be high for ball 1, as all of a sudden a lot of trouble finding the strike zone for Zeke Benton on the hill.
But a golden opportunity for Lovington, as they really can't afford to leave these bases loaded.
1-0 pitch, and that fastball going to run inside for ball 2. So a 2-ball, no strike count, as Benton back to just the regular wind with the bases loaded and 2 outs. As Pierce, down given the signs, is going to set up right in the middle of the plate, and the 2-0 pitch, and the curveball up and in, as Parra having to hit the deck, get out of the way of that one, and that is ball 3.
So a little control problem right here for Benton, but we'll see what he comes up with here.
And he's going to show bunt and pull it back, and that one is going to be up and in, but they say nope, he didn't pull it back.
He's saying take the base.
No, he's okay. He changed his mind. He called strike, but then he said, okay, I guess you pulled it back. Is Coach Reynolds going to question? And so Parra works the walk. That's the 4th walk of the inning, and so Parra will get credit for an RBI, and so that will walk Nava in from third. It'll move Aceves to third, Marquez to second, and Parra with an RBI walk, as Coach Reynolds going to come out on pitch 80, it's either 83 or 84. I may have missed one in there.
Yeah.
He's going to come out, and with 4 walks in the inning, and now Lovington on the board. That may be the afternoon for Zeke Benton. We'll have to wait see for sure. Jeff Conacher Pierce is heading to the dugout, so that tells me that Pierce is going to head to the mound and try and get the couple innings saved here. And, yep, that will do it. So with the pitch, we will take the timeout from here in Eunice. Eunice leading 3-1, but Lovington threatens with 2 outs. Back in a couple here for more Lovington and Eunice baseball from the Walmart Digital One Radio Square Sports.
Looking for tubing testing and scanning in the Permian Basin? Call Empire Services. Empire's been in business since 2012 and has maintained the professional and dependable service company for tubing testing and scanning. Empire Services, a proud supporter of all Lovington High School athletics. The team at Empire Services wishes the Cat athletes the best of luck this season. Don't forget, if you're in need of tubing testing and scanning, call Empire Services at 575-318-6465, 318-6465. Hey, all you Lovington Wildcat fans! Lovington sports are in full swing, and at the Lovington schools, they'd like for you to come out and cheer on the Lovington Wildcats. Lovington Schools is the best district in all of Lee County. For more information on the Lovington Schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net. And don't forget to support the Lovington Schools and the Lovington Wildcats.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
In the top of the 5th inning with the pitching change, Pierce, the catcher for Eunice, going to pitch. Sammy Monsalve is going to slide in as catcher. And with 2 outs and bases loaded for Lovington with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much. As you mentioned, Monsalve, and the first pitch to Aceves, it's going to be a bouncer. And going the short way, Tucker to Dean to get Para running. So that'll be 6-4 for out number 3. So Brito pops it over there. Tucker gets it and hoovers it to Dean, but Lovington manages to scratch a run onto the board. We've played 4.5. It's Eunice 3, Lovington 1. We are back in 1 minute for more Lovington and Eunice baseball from the Walmart Digital One Radio Square Sports.
General Welding Supply, Inc., the only locally owned and operated welding supply shop in Lee County. Why is shopping local important? There are many reasons. Shopping local keeps your dollar right here in Lee County. The staff at General Welding Supply shops the same stores you do. How about support? General Welding Supply supports local by schools and youth sports. Shop General Welding Supply out of Lovington. General Welding Supply, a proud supporter of Wellington sports. Find the fast and name the number.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
In the top of the 5th inning for Lovington, there was 1 run on no hits, no errors, 3 left on base. So the score is now 3-1. Eunice leading. Eunice coming up to bat in the bottom of the 5th, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan. Conacher Pierce will lead it off. He'll be followed by Garrett Tucker and then Chance Tucker. It is 3, 4, and 5 due up. So the heart of the lineup for Eunice, something they definitely need. And let's see, it looks like the afternoon will be done on the hill for Jonathan Aceves. So some changes for the Lovington Wildcats, as taking over the pitching duties will be Tavera. So Tavera will move onto the hill, and that'll move Aceves over to first. So Aceves now at first as he and Tavera just trade places. So the afternoon done. 4 complete innings for Aceves, as he's going to give up 3 runs on 6 hits. No errors behind him. All 3 of those runs were earned. So Tavera now taking over on the hill for this 5th inning.
And Aceves had 1 strikeout and 1 walk during those 4 complete innings pitched.
And so now Tavera will settle in and settle onto the bump. And he'll face Conacher Pierce, who is 1 for 2, singled up the middle in the first, popped out in the third. So Tavera now on the hill, looks in, gets the sign from Tejeda. And he will sets a little bit higher, and his first pitch as comes 3-quarter delivery, and it'll be a fastball in the outside corner, strike 1.
Yeah, nice pitch. It's kind of came across the plate from right to left, a little bit of a breaking ball, and pretty good speed on that as well.
No ball, 1 strike count. Just underway as Tavera looks in. Now he's going to step off and ask Tejeda to run through the signs again. Coming to the plate, he's 0 for 2. He popped out to the second baseman in the first, lined out to the shortstop to end the third. So 0 for 2 for Tucker. Gotta think he's got to be due. Slightly open stance for the first baseman for Coach Reynolds, and the wind in the first pitch, and that one is going to be inside, ball 1.
Yeah, he doesn't have Tavera doesn't take his arm up very high. He's not really a sidearm pitcher, somewhere in between. Just
1-0 pitch, fastball outside, and that'll be ball 2.
He just has a really quick set and delivery. Not a lot of time to pick up the ball in the air because before you know it, it's out of the glove, and as soon as it's out of the glove, he releases it.
Yep, the 2-0 pitch on the way, fastball swung on, and that's a chopper that's going to take a hop over the glove of Ortiz and go out into left field. Marquez will come over and get it and bring it in, but it'll be a single for Tucker, and there's a man on first with 1 down as Chance Tucker will come to the plate for Eunice.
So Lovington wasting no time with 1 out. They at least, or Eunice wasting no time, even with 1 first and 1 out. They've got a chance to increase their lead here. Just a 2-run lead over Lovington.
So that'll be Chance Tucker to the plate with his brother at first. He'll move over on the pass ball, and it'll be ball 1 to Monsalve.
So the runners in scoring position for Eunice, just the 1 out. Eunice would love to increase their lead. Lovington would like to shut them down.
Yes, they would, and the pitch to Monsalve popped up over on the right side. Is Parra going to come in? Going back is Brito. Parra calls off, checking up and tagging up is Tucker. He goes in and slides in. A good throw, but not in time, and so Monsalve is going to be out on the sacrifice fly to right. And so he'll get the RBI, and that'll make it 4-1 in favor of Eunice. There is 2 down, but that'll put Tercero to the plate now. He's 1 for 1 at an RBI single back in the 4th.
And Tucker stays out on second.
Yep, that'll be Chance Tucker at second.
Yep.
Is now Tercero at the plate. As the wind and the pitch, as that one's going to be out of play and heading to the parking lot for ball 1, or rather strike 1.
So 2 outs, but 1 run has crossed the plate. Eunice still has a man in scoring position, and they lead this one 4-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
And it's a no ball, 1 strike count at the plate. Marcus Tercero is the hitter. Runner at second is Chance Tucker. Tucker with a little bit of a lead out there. As Tavera going to check on him. Checks him again. Now he's going to deal the 0-1, and that one swung on and missed as he got Tercero to chase a high one for strike 2.
Well, Tercero just wanted that one just a little too much. Really wanted to swat that one out, maybe an outfield, and bring a run in with it. Instead, it just becomes a strike.
So it is a no ball, 2 strike count. Outfield playing. They've moved in a couple of steps, about 2/3 of the way back. Ortiz shading slightly over towards the bag at third. Aceves playing a little bit deeper than Tavera did at first, and the 0-2 pitch. Check swing to go. That'll be the question. Nope, they're going to say he held it up, so it'll be ball one. Now with the 1-2 strike count, there are 2 down. 1 run across for Eunice here in their half of the 5th inning. Have stretched this back out to a 3-run lead. And Tavera on the hill would love nothing more than to get out of this one with no more damage done. So the sac RBI from Monsalve a moment ago got that run back. And so now Tejeda sets up on the inside. Tavera looks, and now comes to the plate, and that one away, and it'll be in and out of the glove of Tejeda, and going down the throw to third, not going to be in time as Tucker takes off and gets under the tag of Ortiz. So now another potential run just 90 feet away, and a 2-2 count at the plate to Tercero. So a 2-2 strike count to Tercero. Puts the right foot right on the line, closest to the plate. Tejeda set up on the inside, and Tercero kicks the 2-2. The breaking ball, and it is in there. Ring him up and sit him down. Third K of the afternoon for Eunice, or rather for Lovington, pitching second for Tavera. But a run comes across for the Cardinals in their half of the 5th. We go to the 6th. It's Eunice 4, Lovington 1. More Cardinal Wildcat baseball coming up from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now a Pharmacy has supported the local youth and city of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now a Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now a Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now a Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
In the bottom of the 5th inning, Eunice had 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Lovington coming up to bat. They trail in this one 4-1. And with the call, here is TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Don Morgan. Luis Garcia will lead off. We call it Damian Ortiz, then Jordy Tavera. So 2, 3, and 4, 2 up for Lovington. And so a 4-1 lead for Eunice. So let's see what the Cats can do here. Garcia 0 for 2 has struck out looking 2 times. Who's taken over on the hill and has come in a save situation. So Pierce wears number 13 and settles onto the hill as Garcia settles into the left side box, slightly open stance. And so Pierce will, with the big kick, kicks and throws it in there outside corner, strike 1. So Pierce, that's just his second pitch. He actually got the 3rd out of the 5th inning on just 1 pitch.
Pretty efficient relief.
Yeah, 0-1 pitch. That fastball is going to miss away. Evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Our score 4-1 in favor of Eunice here in the top of the 6th inning. Wildcats, their final pre-district tune-up. Pitch from Pierce swung on and missed as over the top of that one is Garcia. He trails in the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Interestingly, he worked the ball to 2 and 2 counts before he struck out.
And there's 1 down for the Cats here in this top half of the 6th inning.
And you got to think next time he comes up to bat, Garcia definitely is going to be looking to get something started today at the bat for himself.
Yeah, you've got to think so, as Damian Ortiz will step in. He's 0 for 2. Also was struck out twice, but it'll be his first time facing Pierce. And the pitch and swung on, and that'll be a chop shot foul just in front of the Eunice dugout for strike 1. Oh, a no ball, 1 strike count. There is 1 down. We're in the top of the 6th inning here in Eunice. Cardinal Field this afternoon. Gorgeous afternoon for baseball. A little bit breezy maybe, but A little bit warm, too, but 0-1 pitch and gets Ortiz to chase that slider for strike 2.
Yeah, nice break on that. He's got some pretty good speed. It looks like it's going to come in and be a really good hittable ball, and then it just slides right out of reach.
Oh, no ball, 2 strike count. Pierce with the big kick in the 0-2 pitch. Fastball inside for ball 1. I thought maybe that was going to be strike 3, but just a little bit far inside according to the man in blue. So a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Pierce, a pretty quick worker in the 1-2 pitch, and that breaking ball, a knee buckler, and it hits the inside corner. Strike 3, Ortiz down looking for the 3rd straight time, and back-to-back Ks for Pierce. And Lovington is down 2 outs now, and it'll bring Jordy Tavera to the plate. That was a nasty pitch from Pierce.
It was filthy. Really good stuff from Pierce, and another strikeout for him. So good relief appearance so far for him.
As Jordy Tavera will step in, and the first pitch swung on, and that one's going to be high in the air to deep right center. That's going back, and that one is going to be, and that one is gone. Bye-bye baseball. Touch 'em all, Mr. Tavera. And the Cats have cut it down to a 2-run lead on the solo shot by Jordy Tavera. And so that one just cleared the fence and went out of here. Tavera wasted no time putting that one in out of the park. The wind and dying as it went over. But
yeah, I was having trouble seeing whether it fell inside or outside the fence, too.
Yeah,
so.
I was, too.
But
so the solo shot will bring Victor Tejeda to the plate. Tejeda 0 for 1, but was hit by a pitch and scored his last time up. So the catcher will take the first pitch and chase it, and that'll be strike 1. So a no ball, 1 strike count. Pierce with a pretty good fastball. When we saw him, he actually started the game at our place last week, and it was pretty much all curveballs. A little bit different wind conditions today. The 0-1 pitch. It'll be a chop shot as Pierce will get it, and he'll just take it himself and run it over to the mound. That's the most interesting ground out to the pitcher I'm ever going to write down.
Well.
A solo shot, though, from Jordy Tavera cuts it down to a 2-run Eunice lead. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's Eunice 4, Lovington 2. This is Cardinal and Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Looking for tubing testing and scanning in the Permian Basin? Call Empire Services. Empire's been in business since 2012 and has maintained the professional and dependable service company for tubing testing and scanning. Empire Services, a proud supporter of all Lovington High School athletics. The team at Empire Services wishes the Cat athletes the best of luck this season. Don't forget, if you're in need of tubing testing and scanning, call Empire Services at 575-318-6465, 318-6465. Hey, all you Lovington Wildcat fans! Lovington sports are in full swing, and at the Lovington schools, they'd like for you to come out and cheer on the Lovington Wildcats. Lovington Schools is the best district in all of Lee County. For more information on the Lovington Schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net. And don't forget to support the Lovington Schools and the Lovington Wildcats.
And in the top of the 6th inning, Lovington had 1 run on 1 hit, a solo homer, as a matter of fact, no errors and nobody left on. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, 4-2 your score. Eunice leading. Eunice coming up to bat, and with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Don Morgan. Yeah, that big shot from Jordy Tavera, a nice job there. And so Eunice going to try and get that one back and maybe tack a couple of insurance runs on too. Gio Chacon leads it off. He'll be followed by Sean Stinson. Then Hayden Dean. It is 8-9-1. Due up for the Cardinals here in their half of the 6th inning. So to the bottom of the 6th, Gio Chacon checks in. He is 2 for 2 with a run scored and a stolen base. And the first pitch from Tavera, he's going to swing on that one and get it. It's a bouncer. Garcia deep in the hole at short, fires over and in time. Big throw from Garcia. 6-3 for out number 1.
Yeah, he's a small guy, but man, he's got a big arm and a nice throw, a rocket of a throw, and a nice stretch over there on first by Aceves to finish that execution very well.
So 1 pitch, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So now the number 9 hitter, Sean Stinson, to the plate. He is 0 for 2 on the afternoon as Tavera gets the sign from Tejeda and deals to the plate. Curveball and just a little, excuse me, that's like a punt. Tejeda gets to it, fires down to first. Is it in time? Yes, it is. 2-3 for out number one. A 1-ball, no strike count. There are 2 away here in this bottom half of the 6th. 4-2. Eunice leading Lovington. And so Tavera will sweep in the 1-0 pitch, swung on, and that one is going to be hit high in the air over on the left side. On his horse is Ortiz, but that one is going to fall back by the
bullpen.
dugout. The bullpen, thank you.
Yeah.
And so it's a long strike one is what it is.
And a lot of hustle, man. Everybody, they had Marcus, Sanchez, and Ortiz and Garcia all chasing over there to try to get an out ball, but it turned out not to be.
One. Marcus still playing pretty much the normal position. He's not shedding over towards the line any. Leaving us down 1 ball and 1 strike. And he wants. Tejeda sits up outside and the 1-1 pitch. That breaking ball and the 1-1 pitch. That breaking ball, it breaks in there. Strike 2. And we called a one from his counterpart on the other side, Pierce, a nasty pitch. I think that one was just as nasty there for strike 2.
Yeah, it had Dean fooled. He jumped back thinking that was going to be an inside ball, but it broke over the plate, over the corner.
1-2 pitch and throws the breaking ball again, but that one is going to miss outside. Evens the count at 2-2. So a 2-ball, 2-strike count here in the bottom of the 6th. Lovington would like to get to the 7th inning with just a
2-run deficit.
Mm-hmm. So it's the 2-2 pitch in, and is it in there? It's going to be close. And nope, they're going to say ball 3.
I think he said he tipped it maybe. He thinks that he tipped it on the inside of his bat maybe.
And so that'll run the count full. Tejeda was heading towards the dugout. He thought we had strike 3. So that'll run the count full to the leadoff hitter, Hayden Dean, with 2 down here in the 6th. So Dean settles back in as timeout going to be taken as here comes Coach Deck. He wants to talk about some things. I think he just wants to make sure that Tavera doesn't get rattled and doesn't get too frustrated by the call that maybe wasn't quite what he wanted on the pitch before.
Right. I think Coach is just looking at a chance to just slow things down here, kind of break it out. I think he feels like maybe with a count full, Dean is their leadoff hitter, and that he just kind of wanted to cool the batter just a little bit, possibly, as much as talk to his pitcher and calm things down.
I think you are probably right. So the conference at the mound has broken up as Tejeda heads back behind the plate. Coach Deck heads back to the dugout. And so now Tavera will be back on the hill. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Dean. Tavera kicks and fires the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Ring him up and sit him down. And so the Cards go 1-2-3 in their half of the 6th. We head to the 7th. It's Eunice 4, Lovington 2. More Wildcat and Cardinal baseball coming up from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
In the bottom of the 6th inning for Eunice, no runs on, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. In fact, it was 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the 7th. Lovington coming up to bat. They trail 4-2. And with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Don Morgan. Gilbert Sanchez will lead it off. He'll be followed by Jonathan Estevez, then Ryan Marquez. So 6
ahead, or this game is done. So the pressure is all on Lovington here. Eunice, all they have to do is maintain focus and worry about getting Lovington out one by one. Lovington wants to break this open and get a rally started at the very first bat.
Yes, they do. And so Sanchez will step in. He is 0 for 2. He struck out swinging both times. He has been at the plate. It'll be his first time facing Pierce. Monsalve now behind the plate, sets up on the inside, and the line in the first pitch will be a fastball right down the heart of the plate, strike one. Wow, you got to swing at those, even if it's early in the count.
It's a nice pitch, good speed, just a good fastball, and he blew it by him.
Strike one to Sanchez, and the line in the pitch swung on, and that one will be fouled back to the screen with authority for strike two. And so quickly Sanchez down, no balls, two strikes. As Pierce gets the ball back, he's ready to go, and he's coming after the 0-2 pitch swung on. It's right back to Pierce. Conacher gets it, and he chooses not to have a foot race with Sanchez and underhands it to Tucker. And so 1-3 for out number one. Of course, to end the sixth, he decided to have a foot race with Victor Tejeda.
He just made an unassisted out to end that inning.
So now it'll be Aceves to the plate. Jonathan is officially 0 for 0. He's walked both plate appearances. So he's pretty patient at the plate. So he'll step in, settle into the right side box as Pierce is going to be ready to deal. Monsalve set up on the outside corner and the first pitch, and that'll run inside for ball one. So it'll be a ball one, a one ball, no strike count. Aceves steps out a moment. Now he's back in. Pretty neutral stance. Salve sets up inside, and the 1-0 goes outside for ball two.
And again, Aceves, as you mentioned, very patient. He worked both counts full before taking walks both plate appearances.
2-0 pitch. That fastball going to be high for ball three. So again, Aceves, as you mentioned, being very, very patient at the plate. So a 3-ball, no strike count. Have to see if he gets the green light as, he had the green light and swung through the fastball. It'll be strike one.
Yeah, and I think it would have been a call strike had he not swung. So I think no harm there because it definitely would have been a strike.
Yeah, I think so. And if you need runs, the 3-1 pitch swung on. It'll be a little line shot that's going to find its way through out into right field. Tercero will get it and get it quickly, but a one-out single for Jonathan Aceves, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Ryan Marquez. And so the single to right is now Ryan Marquez, who's 0 for 1, struck out the third, walked in the fifth. So the lefty will step in to take on Pierce. Aceves goes right to the edge of the cutout with the right foot. Tucker holds him on. Pierce from the stretch fires high for ball one.
Potential tying run at the plate here in the form of Marquez.
And Lovington would love nothing more than to push these runs across and force a bottom of the seventh. As Pierce will check on the runner at first, now comes in and ding-dong, ouch, that one hurts as Marquez got hit right in the 9 in the back. And so the hit batter, our fourth hit batter of the day, and now Lovington has the potential go-ahead run coming to the plate, and Nick Parra. Parra 0 for 1, but he did have an RBI walk back in the fifth.
So you've got Aceves out on second, Marquez on first, Parra at the plate, one out, and Lovington trails by 2 here in the top of the seventh inning. They've got to get runs if they want to either win this game or keep this alive.
And so Parra settles in the first pitch. That's going to be in the dirt, but Monsalve will keep it in front of him and keep Aceves at second, Marquez at first. It'll be ball one to Parra.
Good job by Monsalve to kind of block that out and keep that from being a pass ball and keep those runners on.
So a 1-ball, no strike count as Pierce will check off on the runners. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one is cue-shotted off the end of the bat and evens the count at 1-1. As Parra, if you're batting, some batters love these situations, some batters hate them, but your heart rate definitely goes up. Got to control the heart rate and the breathing here, whether you love it or hate it. And the 1-1 pitch, that fastball going to miss away for ball two. So Lovington, it's really been the bottom of the Wildcat order who has done the damage today, with the exception of Tavera and the home run. And the 2-1 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be in the air and going back and leaping up and making the grab at shortstop. Is Tucker. No, he didn't get it. He dropped it. And so that'll be a single for Parra, and now the Cats are really in business as they turn the lineup over. I thought Tucker may have made a great play on that, but I guess as he leaped out, it just kind of squirted out of the end of the glove.
Yeah, I think it went just past him and it fell in, but a good right there, Chacon in center field. It didn't get past him, so that was a good play and good throw in. But Lovington has definitely, they've got potential here, as they say.
Runner at first is Parra, runner at Sears. And settle him down as Diego Brito steps to the plate. Brito 0 for 3, had a long fly out in the first, struck out in the fourth, and then grounded into the fielder's choice in the fifth. So Reynolds has said what he needed to say. He's imparted whatever wisdom he was going to impart, and so we are to it as Diego Brito, the leadoff hitter for the Wildcats, steps in with a chance to do some damage here in a 2-run game.
In Eunice's favor, it is bases loaded and a force on any base.
And the ball is going to be in the turf for ball 1 to Brito. So a 1-ball, no strike count. Runners come off of every bag of Chavez, pretty good, and that one's going to be high for ball 2. So a ball 2 count if you're Pierce. You've got a pretty good breaking ball. Maybe you think about throwing it here. Brito can hit it, though, the 2-0 pitch, and then he's going to go with the fastball, and that one's going to be on the inside corner, strike 1. So a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Pierce quickly back to work, and the pitch, fastball, Yep, that'll be strike 2. Pierce is he's a rhythm pitcher. He likes to get in that rhythm, and he likes to get it quick.
He definitely works fast. As a batter, you need to disrupt that rhythm.
2-2 pitch swung on and missed, and that'll put Brito down swinging. And so now 2 down for the Wildcats, and Luis Garcia steps to the plate, the final hope for the Wildcats. Garcia 0 for 3 has K'd all 3 times that he's come to the plate, but now with a chance to be the hero for the Cats here in the top of the 7th.
Of course, he can at least just keep this going. Just a base hit keeps it going, and a base hit brings a runner in.
Move the chain, move the line, and the first pitch swung on and missed as a fastball. Garcia comes right over the top of it for strike 1.
And if you're Lovington, you just don't want to leave these bases loaded in this instance. Too much of a coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Absolutely, as it's an 0-1 count, and Pierce fires, and that one is going to be high for ball 1.
If Garcia can forget the strikeouts earlier in the game and just find his confidence and find a base hit here, keep it going.
1-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball is going to be there, called strike 3, and Garcia down on strikes. And so the Cats threaten but come up empty, and that's the ball game. Our final, Eunice 4, Lovington 2. We'll take a timeout, come back and wrap this one up. It's the Wildcats and the Cardinals from the Walmart Digital.
General Welding Supply, Inc., the only locally owned and operated welding supply shop in Lee County. Why is shopping local important? There are many reasons. Shopping local keeps your dollar right here in Lee County. The staff at General Welding Supply shops the same stores you do. How about support? General Welding Supply supports local by sponsoring schools and youth sports. Shop General Welding Supply in Hobbs and Lovington. General Welding Supply, a proud supporter of Lovington sports. Find them fast in names and numbers.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcacnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
In the top of the 7th inning, Lovington gets no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 3 left on base, and that is the ball game. Lovington losing this one to Eunice 4-2, and with the wrap-up, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan. Final line score in this one for the Eunice Cardinals. They get 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors committed, and they leave 6 runners on base. For the Wildcats, 2 runs on 3 hits. They also don't have any errors, and they leave 3 on base, that all 3 of them in that final inning. The winning pitcher for today will be Zeke Benton. The save will go to Conager Pierce, and taking the loss will be Jonathan Aceves for the Lovington Wildcats. So moving on after this one, now the Cats are done with their pre-district schedule. They will start district on Saturday at home at Wildcat Park, as they will take on the Goddard Rockets, the district opening doubleheader. Now you'll be in Roswell that day for the district opener for the girls softball team.
Right, and
that'll be Saturday again.
That will be Saturday. And for both baseball and softball, it was engineered, purposely when we start district for the teams to start playing double headers. And that's just a more efficient way to get the games in, since they have to play each other. All their district foes, they play them twice. So they just set these up to be double headers to cut down on the travel times and days for the teams in this still COVID-affected world that we're in. So we are looking forward to calling doubleheaders now for the rest of the season, at least for district games in baseball and softball. So we will be looking ahead as Lovington has to again put this one behind them and simply look at their district season and see if they can take some of the lessons that they counted. They played very well today. They did not lose by much. They played a pretty good defensive ball game, especially. So if they can just get their hitting going a little bit more and timely hitting, and learn to just get base runners on and get them around, then they could have a pretty decent district season, because that's really what counts is district. All of the rest of this really is just a tune-up for district play.
Well, you are absolutely right. Of course, we'll have more Lovington Wildcat sports for you tomorrow with somewhat of a doubleheader. We'll have the conclusion, the last inning and a third of the game against Roswell High tomorrow at 4 o'clock, and then we'll have game 2 of that lightning-delayed series. So we'll be on the streamcast at around 3:55 or so tomorrow afternoon. Then we'll have both ends of those games for you. So final thoughts on this one this afternoon, Dawn?
Well, congratulations to Jordy Tavera on that home run, that solo homer that he hit earlier. Certainly always exciting to see the ball sail over the fence, unless, of course, you're the opposing pitcher. And some
Says
really
the pitcher in the booth.
Exactly. And some really pretty good pitching, despite not many strikeouts, but not many walks